Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, in this session, I'd like to explain about writing explicit cursor J5. Objectives. First, distinguish between an implicit and explicit cursor. Second, discuss when and why to use an explicit cursor, and then use a PL/SQL records variable, and then write a cursor for loop. Next, about cursor. Every SQL statement executed by the Oracle server has an individual cursor associated with it. First, implicit cursor declared for all TML and PL/SQL select statement, and then explicit cursor declared and named by the programmer. Then explicit cursor function. This is diagrams for cursor function. Controlling explicit cursor. First, open the cursor and then fetch a row. Then close the cursor. Declaring the cursor. Syntax: cursor name is in select statement. Do not include the into clause in the cursor declaration. If processing rows in a specific sequence is required, use the order by clause in the query. Declaring the cursor. This is how we can declare the cursor. First, declare cursor and then name cursor is select employee ID last name from employees. Our cursor named depth cursor is select asterisk from departments where location ID is 170. Begin and then blah 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 blah. Opening the cursor. Syntax: open cursor name. Open the cursor to execute the query and identify the active set. If the query returns no rows, no exception is raised. And then use cursor attribute to test the outcome after a fetch. Fetching data from the cursor. Syntax: fetch cursor name into variable or record name. Retrieve the current row values into variable, and then include the same number of variable. Match each variable to correspond to the column positionally. Test to see whether the cursor contains row. Fetching data from the cursor. This is the example for fetching data from the cursor. Loop fetch MP cursor into vmno va_name exit when, and then proceed the retrieve data and loop. Closing the cursor. Syntax: close cursor name. Close the cursor after completing the processing of the rows. Reopen the cursor if required. Do not attempt to fetch data from a cursor after it has been closed. Explicit cursor attributes. Obtain status information about a cursor. This is the attributes in explicit cursor. It's open, type boolean, script evaluates to true if the cursor is open. A font attribute, and then row count attribute. The percent is open attribute. Fetch rows only when the cursor is open. Use the percent is open cursor attribute before performing fetch to test whether the cursor is open. This is how to test. If not, EMP cursor is open, then open EMP cursor, and if loop fetch EMP cursor. Next, controlling multiple fetches. Persist several rows from an explicit cursor using a loop. Fetch a row with range iteration. And then use explicit cursor attributes to test the success of each fetch. The percent font and percent row count attributes. Use the percent row count cursor attributes to retrieve an exact number of rows. Use the percent font cursor attribute to determine when to exit the loop. Example: this is a percent row count cursor attribute. It will count the row in EMP cursor row. Okay. In this loop scope, it will exit if EMP cursor row count more than 10 or EMP cursor not found. Cursor and records. Process the rows of the active set by fetching values into a PL_SQL record. This is the example. Declare cursor EMP cursor is select employee ID last name from employees. EMP record EMP cursor percent row type begin open EMP cursor loop fetch EMP cursor into EMP record. This is the result. And then cursor for loops. Syntax for record name in cursor name loop and by and loop clause. The cursor for loop is a shortcut to persist explicit cursors. Implicit open, fetch, exit, and close occur. The record is implicitly declared. Next, cursor for loops. Print a list of the employees who work for the salesperson. Next, cursor for loops using subqueries. No need to declare the cursor. Example, okay, that's the end of our lesson. About explicit cursor. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Setelah kita membahas mengenai explicit cursor, maka kita akan mencoba untuk latihan soal. Untuk soal pertama, jalankan skrip berikut ini untuk membuat tabel baru dengan nama Top Dogs yang menyimpan gaji dari pegawai. Kita akan mencoba melalui SQL Plus. Membuat tabel Top Dogs dengan kolom salary yang bertipe number dengan panjang 8 dan 2 angka di belakang koma. Lalu kita execute tabel created. Untuk melihat apakah tabel sudah dibuat, kita coba untuk select tentang from user tables. Sini terlihat bahwa tabel Top Dogs sudah benar-benar dibuat. Kemudian untuk soal nomor 2, pertama, set server output on. Kita define n sama dengan dan input. Kemudian declare kita membuat kursor bernama C top salary. Yes. Select distinct salary from employees ordered by salary text. Kemudian type the cell is table of employees dot salary percent type indexed by binary integer. Sal di sal. Begin delete from top docs open C top salary for kita fetch cursor salary C top salary into ersal I. Dan kita execute. Input kita misalkan 5, lalu kita continue. Untuk melihat hasilnya, kita dapat melihat melalui perintah select from top docs. Di sini kita lihat bahwa terdapat 5 buah gaji tertinggi. Kemudian untuk nomor 3 kita langsung saja kemudian bikin. Kita open kursornya, kemudian menggunakan loop untuk fetching. Kemudian untuk mencetaknya kita melakukan dpms output put line. And loop, close kursornya, and dan coba kita execute. Silakan kita isi dengan nilai 50. Continue. Ditemukan error. Kita execute lagi 50. Ini adalah persen. Kita execute kembali. Tampilkan bahwa nama-nama dari employee dan salary-nya serta keterangan apakah dia gaji yang diterima perlu dinaikkan atau tidak. Mereka adalah nama-nama dengan departemen ID sama dengan 50. Ya, sekian untuk latihan soal mengenai explicit cursor. Semoga bermanfaat.